I'm Zeldin.
I'm Christian.
And we are the Trading Card Bros.
Now, we've all have been waiting for this for some time now, and finally, here it is. The Yu-Gi-Oh! September 2013 Yu-Gi-Oh! Bandlist update. So what's now banned, what's now limited, what's now semi-limited, what's now unlimited.
But this is the OCG.
Right, so there could be possibilities. Now, I know everyone's just saying this a lot, but there is some possibilities where this list could change a little bit. But at the same time, there is a lot of possibilities that this could be the actual legit list of the September 1st ban list. So, if it's not worst case scenario, Zell and I will just do a redo video of this and do the ban list video right here. However, this video right here, this list right here is actually most likely what is the September 1st ban list video right here.
Yeah, well, here's the new cards that just got banned.
We're not there yet. And one thing that we must point out before we actually do this video, other than one card in particular that we wish that would have got hit, we actually like this list right here.
Yeah.
Except for one card in particular that we think that should have been hit, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so like any ban list video that you guys are supposed to see, let's start out with the cards that got banned. Alright. Now, a lot of cards got banned today, really quite a few. And the first four cards are Burner, Lightning, Reactant, Dragon Rulers of Sparks, Drafts, Pebbles, and Droplets.
Well, since this is since they're dragons, I'm gonna leave this to you.
Now, as a dragon fan, I kind of don't like this. I will admit it. But as for the game itself, I'll admit, I was a little shocked about it. I was a little bit against it at first. I was like, I don't like this is dumb. But at the same time, keep in mind, the babies themselves have been doing a lot of ridiculous things for the Dragon Rulers. Despite how good the Dragon Rulers themselves are, it's the babies that always made the deck real good, and that's always allowed the deck to do a little bit broken things. Granted, I don't want the deck to be torn apart, but the deck has done so many ridiculous things. It's like it's like that one pro wrestler guy, Sheamus or whatever. No matter how many times you knock him down, he'll come right back up and knock you down 3 times harder. Only except in this version, it's more broken, and you almost have no outs to this deck right here. I don't like this deck being destroyed, but it was getting overpowering, and I do think the deck deserved to get hit, so deserved to get demolished. So I do think the babies getting banned is kind of the right direction of how we can do a good format right here. And but the Dragon Rulers themselves are not dead. You can either A, possibly still make a Dragon Ruler deck, it may be a little slow, but I don't know. Or B, just use the Dragon Rulers and separate decks based upon their elements. So the Dragon Rulers are not dead. Just the elements, just the Dragon Rulers deck itself is dead. So that's all I gotta say. And the last card that's banned.
This card,
Take it here.
Yeah, I kind of seen it coming, but some say it wasn't going to get banned. Some say it's going to get banned.
Originally we wanted to get limited, but it ended up getting banned.
Spellbook of Judgment. Now, what I have to say about Spellbook of Judgment, I have to say I understand. I mean, I may be a Spellbook of Judgment fan myself, but I have to admit, I was a little bit sad, but at the same time, I had to look on the bright side. With Judgment being banned, now people will realize that High Priestess is not dead.
Or obsolete.
You know, now people will probably stop running the Jaugen build and more thinking about the High Priestess build. Now, like I said, we will get to the part with that one particular card that we wanted limited, not banned, limited.
But we'll get to that once we're done with the limited part.
Yeah, once we get to the limited part, we'll mention that.
Okay.
Anyway, because the fact that, yes, I will admit, just like the baby dragons were overpowering, Judgment was a little bit overpowering as well. So this must have been like an emergency ban, probably.
Right.
For both the baby dragons and Judgment.
Right, so both Judgment and Baby Dragon did kind of deserve to be banned a little bit. Alright, so we're done with ban. That's all that got banned. Why am I saying that's all? That's a lot of cards that got banned, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Not that they didn't deserve it.
No.
But there was quite a few cards that got hit. Alright. Now, here's the limited list. The first card I got limited is... Ooh, I'm a little shocked about this one. Normally, I don't hit a card that serious that early. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Rooster. I'm not sure. I'll admit, I think I was wrong when I said what it could do, but I have seen I have heard what it can do, and it is ridiculously broken, dude. What Rooster can do.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what Rooster can do, but if you If you know what Rooster does, leave that in the comment section down below.
Right, I'm pretty sure Rooster was really good for it to be limited before it even came to TCG.
Yeah.
Alright. This card right here is Gen X Ally Birdman.
That was a little bit unexpected, in my opinion.
Right.
I mean, the fact that I did see it on X Stevens' channel's video that they would summon Venus, use its effects, pay 3 times to 1500, summon 3 mystical shrine balls,
and then bounce back your Agent Girl, supposed to summon Birdman, synchro for Trishula.
Yeah.
I think that kind of spoiled a little bit what we're going to talk about, which is kind of obvious. But here we go. We'll get to that in a little bit. All right. The next card that got hit is Mermail Abyss Tygus. I think I got his name right.
I think that's so too. I mean, I didn't know what he does until you mentioned it.
Right. I mean, I don't know if the rest of his effects.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I don't know if the rest of his effects were really that bad or not. Please don't quote me us that bad. But I think one of the reasons why it did get hit was because of the fact that it's a Mermail that could Abyss Mermail that can be just special summon by just pitching one water monster and just instantly use it for Exceed's material right here for a quick ring 7 right out of nowhere.
In my version, a Tricky.
A more broken Tricky.
Definitely more broken than Tricky.
So I guess it was a kind of cool call that they hit this guy.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Wind Up Shark got limited.
That is a bit weird. Why would they hit Wind Up Shark? Yes, I know it can special summon itself and it can increase it or decrease its level, but that's not worth limiting it.
That would actually be not bad as long as you look at what's on the unlimited list.
Yeah,
we'll get to that in a little bit. And yes! Take it away. Say those beautiful words.
What?
Say it.
Trishula, Dragon of the Iceberg.
Yes! I'm done.
Alright, since you're the dragon expert, you review it.
Yes. When Trishula got banned a year and a half ago, I was really mad, dude. Dude, I can understand why people didn't like it, but banning it was really unnecessary at the same time, dude. Because, yet they allow so many broken decks, like BLS-based decks and Sectors, Chaos Dragons, but yet they banned Trishula right here. Now, since we're now in an era where Synchros could come back, who else better than Trishula, dude? Trishula, Dragon of the Iceberg, dude. Thank you.
What? I'm gonna really hate this era.
Alright, next card got limited.
The next card that got limited was number 11, my personal favorite Exceed monster. Number 11, Big Eye.
I'm a little shocked that it got hit. At the same time, understandable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's actually understandable.
Right, because at least when Big Eye, I mean, certain decks only use just one Big Eye in particular, but there were some stupid decks that did overpower the Big Eye by having more than one Big Eye, and people were just like, oh, you just threw my Big Eye, I'm just gonna bring on their Big Eye. And that's what Big Eye was being limited. It does force certain decks to play a little cautiously with their Big Eye with decks with that involved Big Eye.
I'm just surprised they didn't hit Dragosack yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Good for you because you're trying to put together the machine of Bandit Beast. Next card got limited. Divine Wind of the Mist Valley.
That I've heard that it can be used in Heartbeat decks.
Right, there's an OTK with the Heartbeats.
Yeah, so that was a good call on them.
Right, it's a good thing they limited it before the Heartbeats got really good, dude.
Yeah.
So it was a good call right there, and a Super Rejuvenation got hit.
Another review for you.
Review. Now, I'll admit I did say that Super Rejuvenation does deserve to be limited. But at first, when I saw that got limited, along with babies getting banned, I was like, what the fuck was that? What's the point of banning babies if you're gonna still hit Super Rejuvenation? But at the same time, Super Rejuvenation was a ridiculous card that did give certain Dragon decks so many weird pluses for no particular reason. Not only for Dragon Rulers, it could plus off real seriously for Heretics, and one reason I am glad that Super Rejuvenation got hit, Dragon Exodia.
Oh, God.
That deck is just retarded. Dragon Exodia, OTK, FTK. That deck is just... Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
And bad timing of a certain person who will not be polite and wait till our video is done.
Yeah.
Alright. The last card on the limited list. Best Sphere. This was a really good call.
After when you told me about it, I realized, and I can't believe that its effects still states as it counts as a water monster using its effects.
I know. Oh, I'm going to use this card. Remember one of my Mermail monsters that during my end phase, my Mermail monsters are going to somehow die because affected this trap card. We're going to our Abyss Giles guy or whatever such. And then my Mermail monster guy, the mini guy who got sent to grave because affected this trap card, will get his effects and I'll just wreck you from there.
Yeah.
So it was a very good call that card got limited, and that's it for limited. Well, there's something that we want to talk about limited that we want to.
Oh yeah, the one card that we feel like it should have been limited,
not banned,
Ophion.
Yes, that card should have been limited.
I mean, why didn't it get limited? I mean,
not only because of the whole new support cards that were coming up that were going to be level 8 monsters and as such, but at the same time, granted, Evil Swarms did not do that much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the fact that Ophion could just do all this is just ridiculous.
And the fact that there was no point of bringing back Trishula if they're not going to limit Ophion.
Well, maybe, as long as you're not playing against Evil Swarms.
Well, still.
Right. Alright, so let's move on to semi-limited. Ooh, I like this one. Chaos Sorcerer is now semi-limited.
Yeah, I kind of like that as well. It does give Chaos Sorcerer a little bit more respect, but of course it'd be also
abusable in Chaos Dragons.
Yeah, and of course a little bit hard thanks to the stupid Ophion not being limited. Thanks a lot, Konami.
Yeah, so I like that. Chaos Sorcerer coming back too gives Chaos-based decks some amp up a little bit. Ooh, I really like this dude. This is something that should have happened a while back ago. Good news, Gladiator Beast players. You finally got back your one of your bestiaries.
Now, in my opinion, I mean, I know we haven't seen that much Glad Beast, but now that, when you go to Original, now you feel like you really have to be cautious.
Right, because you could be playing against a GB deck.
Yeah, so that's why I'm feeling like this could be a little bit nervous, saying like, oh god, I hope I'm not facing Glad Beast.
Dude, even if you do play against Glad Beast, your High Priestess will pretty much kick their asses. No offense, Gladiator Beast players.
Well, well, yeah, that's true, but I'm just thinking, like, you're probably just sitting...
Plus, other than Robuku, Mirror Force, Salt Morning, you don't even use back row, so why are you complaining about Bestiari?
I don't know.
Exactly.
And besides, they could go for that one fusion monster, they can destroy 2 cards in 1 turn.
Your point? Just side in Rival the Warlords or Gozo match. One of the two would have stopped the Glad Beast in their tracks if you're that really worried about them.
Joe.
Complainer. Okay. Alright, next card I got semi-limited. Oh, I'm really shocked this card got semi-limited. Gore's Emissary, the Emissary of Darkness is now semi-limited.
Why? I mean...
Well, keep in mind, one, like Ophion, like you've been saying. 2, there's been a lot of monsters that have been going against Gores, like Quackamia Drago, for example.
That's true.
And 3, despite the fact that back row is dead, there are still people who play certain back row cards or certain continuous spell cards or continuous trap cards in back row and the back row area, so where Gores can't use its effects.
Well, it just feels like it's unexpected, in my opinion.
That doesn't faze me too much. I'll just probably just keep close to my Quackamia Dragos.
I'm just mentioning that some cards that are a little bit unexpected than you would think.
Right. Oh, speaking of unexpected, Neo-Spacian Grand Mole, it's no longer limited. It is now semi-limited.
Now that's going to be I mean, yes, the next cards that going to be on the unlimited list. That is a kind of good call, I guess.
Yeah, Grand Mole hasn't really done anything in years.
Yeah.
Plus, it does make Rockstone a little better if you think about it. Okay. Oh wow, Black Whirlwind's now semi-limited.
Now, before some of you who happen to be Blackwing fans start cheering on and throwing a party, think about this. That's only just
one more additional card.
Yeah, just one more additional card.
It does make the deck a little bit better, but it doesn't really amp up the Blackwing decks to stand a chance with this format that much. But I do see Blackwings becoming that one type of deck no one will expect and become winning deck. Blackwings can exceed and synchro summon, so this deck could actually rise up and become crazily good.
Yeah, and of course they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna play Black Whirlwind, and of course I'm gonna summon a Blackwing, and 2
colludes for your deck to your hand.
Yeah,
that's gotta be retarded. Ooh, here's something you and I could definitely agree on. Granted, we both said it should be limited, but at least we got hit, so we can't really complain.
That's the part I'm going to be
Fire Formation Tinky is now semi-limited.
Yeah, at least it's semi-limited, so maybe the odds of, it being drawn maybe be slightly less.
Right.
And of course, since we got these new monsters, the Baiju, is he?
I think they're called that.
I don't know what they're
I don't
pronounced.
know, man. Alright, that's semi-limited, and that's it for semi-limited. For unlimited, this one was kind of obvious.
Yeah, that was way...
Tsukiyomi is no longer on the list.
That was way too obvious. Everyone kept saying it should be unlimited, and it's way too obvious.
Right, it hasn't really done anything. It was limited or semi-limited.
Because I wasn't surprised. I was not totally surprised.
Do you know what would be funny?
What?
If Spirit Monsters become so good because of Tsukiyomi, people start saying, better Tsukiyomi, better Tsukiyomi.
That will definitely happen, because we're getting a new Spirit support card soon.
Wow. And here's that One-Up Shark thing we were talking about earlier. As One-Up Shark went from non-list to limited, One-Up Magician went from limited to off the list. Maybe that was kind of weird right there. Actually.
Yeah, that's a bit weird to us. I mean, granted that, Wind Up Magician can only use this effect only once.
Right.
But there's still Wind Up Factory with it.
Right. If they were so cautious about Wind-Ups being that serious, why don't they just limit the Magician and limit the Shark? That thing's... limit the Magician and Factory. That would have made the deck just fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Alright, so, next card. Advanced Ritual Art. I personally like it, but I don't think you do.
No, to be honest with you. I mean, the fact that, I know that Herald of Perfection has not been playing that much, but now they probably could with all three of their advanced ritual arts. And of course, if they run Tekken Final Countdown, which I've played in my video game, that they would Tekken Final Countdown.
Actually, no. That's that other guy that does, not Herald of Perfection. Herald of Perfection does not play that card.
Oh, believe it or not,
it's a game that does that, not real life. That was a video game guy that does that.
You don't have to be like that.
It's called the truth.
Still don't have to be like that.
Yes, it kind of does. Actually.
Guys, leave in the comments if you'll tell Zelda, hey, Christian, be more nice to me.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Go screw yourself.
Be nice to me.
Then stop jumping the gun.
I'm not jumping the gun.
You're accusing Herald Perfection players of playing Final Countdown.
I played a video game.
There's a difference between a video game and real life. Are you on something?
Okay, why do you have to accuse me every time?
Okay, let's move on to the list. Okay, no longer on the list. Emergency Call.
Well,
that was okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess.
I'm glad E-Heroes are getting a little bit more support because due to the obvious fact that E-Heroes hasn't really done that much. Granted, Bumblebee has topped like a region or two ever since the previous ban list came up, whatever. But that was really really. So
yeah,
I'm glad E-Call came back, honestly. This one I'm glad it's definitely off the list. It was definitely really meant to be on the list at first when I think about it. Pod Duality. It's no longer on the list.
I guess it's those moments where you feel like you want to make a deck faster.
Right. It's only good to support decks that don't support someone that often. Pod Duality does support those decks better.
Yeah.
My only fear of Pod Duality coming back is decks like Final Countdown and Empty Jar getting slightly better because of this card coming back. That's not bad. Scapegoat.
It's a little bit unexpected, but
Scapegoat is no longer on the list. I can agree with that.
I was wondering, why did it get hit first?
Because there was that goat format, I think it was called, how people abuse Scapegoat a lot and do some weird, crazy combos.
Okay, I guess I was
right. And since we're no longer in that time, I think it's okay for Scapegoat to come back to
watch it come back.
I'd be a sad red panda. No longer on the list as well. Mirror Force.
That everyone expected.
I love Mirror Force coming back, dude.
That's one of the reasons why I thought that the whole Grand Mole being at semi-limited.
Right. Now, I'm not sure if I'll start playing 3 Mirror Forces, but 3 Mirror Forces does actually sound like a good idea, because it does bring back back row a little bit, and we should come back to the era of back row.
Yeah, and the fact that, people won't OTK as often as anymore. They'll probably be like...
They will have to actually learn to think about the face-down card, because that face-down card could be a Mirror Force.
Yeah, and stop playing OTK decks.
OTK is getting really sick and tiring, dude.
Yeah, it's boring. It's not fun as usual.
What would you play against, an OTK deck, or would you play against an Evil Sword deck?
You gotta put me in that position.
Okay. Last card of the entire thing. Reasoning.
I didn't really expect it to be unlimited. on all the ban lists. I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of hard to call heads or tails if this is a good idea or a bad idea, honestly.
I
have seen a lot of decks abuse it, but ever since like 2 years ago, I think it was, I have not seen that card seat play.
Yeah, I mean,
So I guess it's a good call, but bad call at the same time. I don't know.
What decks did abuse it?
I think some weird. I think back in the era, remember that one track card that would inflict 200 points of damage for each spell in your grave?
Oh yeah, that one.
That card, that deck definitely abused it.
Yeah, but since it's I think it was
that trap card itself got banned.
Yeah, that's got banned. So there was no point of putting reasoning on the list at first.
All right, so I think that's all we can cover in the list. All right, total recap for ban. There we go. For ban. Burner, Lightning, Reactive, Stream, Dragon Rulers of Sparks, Drafts, Pebbles, and Droplets. They're banned, so, along with Spellbook of Judgment. For Limited, we have Brotherhood of Firefest Rooster, Jackson Birdman, Mermail Abyss Gaius, Abyss Tasius, excuse me, I apologize, Wind Up Shark, Trisha Live Dragon Ice Barrier, Number 11 Big Eye, Divine Wind of the Mist Valley, Super Rejuvenation, and Abyss Fear. For semi-limited, we got Chaos Sorcerer, Glare Beast Bestiari, Gore's the Emissary of Darkness, Neo Special Grand Maul, Black Whirlwind, and Fire Formation Tinky. For no longer on the list, period, Tsukiyomi, Wind Up Magician, Advanced Ritual Art, E-Emergency Call, Pod Duality, Scapegoat, Mirror Force, and Reasoning. Alright, so final thoughts of the ban list. What do you think, Zeldin?
I somewhat like it, but at the same time, well...
What you don't like about the list?
The fact that they didn't put Ophi on the list.
Okay, other than that. Not that I agree with you.
That's pretty much it, I guess.
So that's your only complaint?
Yeah.
I don't like anything else on the list?
Well, I mean, I feel like that, what's the card that shouldn't probably even, is Wind Up Shark.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, dude. They limit Wind Up Shark and then Run a Limit Magician. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, that's the other complaint I have.
And that's it?
I wish the Fire Formation Tinky got hit. I mean, it's not semi-limited.
You want it to be limited.
But I should be grateful that it's limited.
Right, semi-limited. You're grateful
it's
it's semi-limited, but you prefer to be limited.
Yeah. And I guess I can agree with the fact that, Big Eye was limited. I can definitely agree.
So you won't have to read complaints to the list?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of like the list itself, period. Again, like Zeldin's point of view, well, except for the only one card in particular, the only complaint I have the entire list, I hate to bang on you Evil Storm players, I hate to pick on you guys. I know you guys technically only have that one-trick pony, but it's that one-trick pony by itself that gets the job done and helps you, and literally wrecks everything. My only complaint of the entire list, I can forgive BLS not being banned. This is the only format I can deal with BLS being unbanned because we got those weird Twilight Warriors coming up, whatever. So this is the only format I will forgive Konami for not banning BLS. My only complaint is Ophion not being limited like it should have been.
Yeah.
But all in all, other than that one thing, I do like everything else. I like the calls they made. I really like the fact how they hit the decks that deserve to be hit, and they are possibly giving more support to other decks in particular. So, and obviously, my personal favorite part of the entire list, bringing back Trishula.
Which, like I said, if you're playing an Evil Swarm player, it's gonna have a bit of a trickiness.
Breakthrough Ophion. Use Perfected Breakthrough skill from my graveyard on Ophion. That, and unless they have infestation or whatever, I'm gonna Trishula out their Ophion. Alright, so that's all we gotta say about this video, guys. That's the ban list. Again, like what Zeldin said, the names and cards of such whatever will be on the description down below.
And remember, this is the OCG, not the TCG yet.
So there is a possibility we could do a redo video of this. There could be a possibility we may delete this video and do a redo video completely.
Yeah, and probably do the TCG version.
Right. But again, there is a possibility this will be a TCG list. We believe it, but that does not mean it is going to be it.
Yeah.
Alright. So that's all we can say, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed.
Like and favorite if you did. Subscribe to our channel. And, of course, subscribe to my channel, The Magician Master 100, or
my channel, Music 1 Dragon 69.
And tell us your opinion on the ban list. Like I said, I know, like Zelda and Christian said,
Druggy.
Yeah. Like Christian said,
yes.
Like Christian said, we don't want to hate on you Evil Swarm players. It's the fact that we don't want to see.
We just don't like the fact that Ophion could just do so much with so little return.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if you want to keep Ophion, the one card that we should feel like it should be limited then is Infestation.
Or at least semi-limited the Castor guy.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it, guys. We're going to shut up right now before we piss off more people.
Yeah.
Alright. See you guys around.
See ya.
Bye.
Bitch.